Liverpool have made an incredible start to their summer transfer window ahead of the 2023 to 2024 season. Alexis McAllister through the door for an initial £35 million has got us all very, very excited, but that is certainly not the end of Liverpool's midfield incomings. There has been links to Kefren Turam and Manu Kone in recent weeks, but now there is a Spaniard on site. Gabri Veiga of Celta Vigo is the man that we're going to be discussing today. So, how will he fit into Jurgen Klopp's system? How has he done so far? And what prospects does he have for the future? Let's get into it. So let's have a look at sort of the deeper personal story from Gabri Veiga and why he is so sought after by not only Liverpool, but Chelsea, Newcastle, Real Madrid and Barcelona. He was born in the Vigo town of Oporino in May 2002. Best month to be born. Veiga's discovery of football was rather unique. Believe it or not, he first got the idea of being a footballer when feeling compelled to kick around a pumpkin at his uncle's house. He ultimately progressed to more orthodox ways of honing his talent. He worked through the Celta youth ranks from the age of 11 before making his first debut for the team as a 17-year-old in August 2019. 13 months later, he made his first ever first-team appearance for Celta Vigo in La Liga against Valencia, and where he made 6 appearances in the 2020-21 season. The following campaign, he was instrumental for Celta B. He scored 9 goals in 31 appearances for them, whilst also playing 10 matches for Celta Vigo. In September 2022, Gabri Veiga scored his first ever goal for Celta Vigo's first team as they beat Atletico Madrid's Ivo Gerbic at his near post. He scored more goals against Real Betis and Almeria, both from outside the box, which bookended the following month. Recognition for his rise came in November when Luis de la Fuente gave him his first start for Spain under-21s. De la Fuente is now in charge of the senior team, and of course Gabri Veiga will be on his radar. Veiga also won La Liga's Player of the Month award. So the Athletic's James Pearce, a man who we all have probably a love-hate relationship with, has confirmed that Liverpool are interested in the Celta Vigo midfielder with his release clause set at around £34.5 million. So he's 21 years old and he's a player that potentially some of you guys would not be familiar with, but he's a man who has lit up La Liga this season with 40 appearances and 11 goals in all competitions for Celta Vigo during 2022-23. He's capable of playing in both central midfield roles in a number 8 or in a number 10 position as well. So let's talk about the situation of his team, Celta Vigo, this season. As mentioned, he scored 11 goals this campaign, and he has been the star of what has been a real struggle for Iago Aspas's side this season. He's played under former Swansea City and Sheffield Wednesday manager Carlos Carvalhal, and a lot of people have said that he's almost shouldered the weight of Celta Vigo's expectation himself at just 21 years old. And a lot of people, I mean, this has been a widely regarded comparison, have compared him to Juan Mata when he first came through in Spain. And he's certainly someone who impressed in the Premier League. And if Liverpool got the next Mata on their hands, that would be fantastic. He's got so much elegance on the ball and is able to make a massive difference in the final third. And is gifted with serious qualities that can influence any side, I think, at any level. So what are Veiga's biggest strengths? Well, since he's a left-footed player, so he often gets carried onto the right-hand side of the pitch. This is a situation where Alexis McAllister, as a right-footed player, gets drifting onto the left side of the pitch. It could be a deliberate purchase for these two players to play together on the left and the right-hand side. He's able to then cut back on that stronger left foot and play passes to the left-hand side and also pick passes through the centre of the field. Whilst Veiga is very, very confident on the ball, he's not really that much of a dribbler, which very much surprised me, but it's very different to the likes of Alexis McAllister, who easily gets past players. He's someone who is very technically gifted, but doesn't look to utilise any speed, very similarly to McAllister in that regard. He often drifts into the wider areas, especially in the central third of the pitch, which is, I would say, arguably similar to Harvey Elliott in the way that he's performed in the Liverpool team when he's played in that central midfield role. It's certainly something that he can work on in terms of trying to keep hold of the ball, but at 21 years old, there's plenty of time to improve that. Some people confuse him as this sort of deep-lying playmaker role, and he's not that. The Spaniard is someone who likes to drive up the field, someone who can get into positions, likes to burst into space and score goals and set up goals as well. we can only have to see that through his FBref profile. So Liverpool have often lacked this sort of goal-scoring midfielder. We've not really gone for the deluxe sort of Lampard like bursting through, Gerrard like as well. Gabri Veiga though, I would say is in this mould. 99th percentile for non-penalty goals, as well as 97th for non-penalty XG. He's got 2.4 shots per 90, which is in the 98th percentile, and he's also in the 90th percentile for non-penalty XG and expected assists as well. He also has in the 89th, 88th and 88th percentile for touches in the attacking penalty area, successful take-ons, and progressive carries. Football Reference also compares him to Eberechi Eze, Crepin Diatta of Monaco, Giacomo Bonaventura of Fiorentina, and another notable name is Abdoulaye Doucouré of Everton. So what factors will be put into this transfer? Of course, the transfer fee, £34.5 million. That is in Liverpool's ballpark, baby. That is Liverpool's absolute prime moment, prime time transfer fee. This is where Liverpool like to operate in the market. Someone who is potentially up and coming, who's already had experience in a big league and has already done very, very well, but has potential to be have the resale value of someone like Philippe Coutinho. Liverpool are in desperate need of midfielders still. I think McAllister may have masked that a slight tad, but he still absolutely need one, maybe if not two midfielders to come in. People forget we've seen the likes of Bajcetic and Tyler Morton return to the team. We still need at least, probably for me, two more midfielders, which I will be making more videos on throughout the summer and talking about which midfielders would be ideal. Obviously, I made one last week about Orkun Kökçü, who's now gone to Benfica. I think this man right here could be a very, very suitable alternative for him, if not a better player than him. A lot of people will compare him to the likes of Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott for his vying for his place in this midfield, but I think he's a different style of player to both of these. I think Curtis Jones is more of a facilitator. He's someone who can get into the spaces and find passes in behind. I think Gabri Veiga is someone who will look to come from deep but push forward into more goal-scoring positions, maybe in that right role, sort of where Jordan Henderson has sometimes played, or even where Cody Gakpo was dropped into in the end of this season. So this boy is special. This lad is talented, and he's a Spaniard who would settle into a side with already several Spaniards within it, especially in midfield. Thiago Alcantara, what a perfect man to learn from. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should Liverpool go and sign Gabri Veiga from Celta Vigo? I am extremely interested myself, but let me know in the comments below. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.